Today, I want to share something that I've kind of ignored, but I can no longer ignore. And it is short form content or short form video content in particular. So, what is short video? It is anything that's like, it could be anything that's technically less than 3 minutes. But the magic space, from a consumption standpoint, where everybody is really like embracing short form content, short form video content, is between the 30-second and 1 minute window. So, if you don't understand the power of video, I want to give you some stats on video. Well, let's just approach it just from a pure video perspective as an entrepreneur. So if that's something you're interested in, let me back up for a second. If you have been struggling to make social media work for you, then I want you to lean in and really pay attention to what I want to share with you today, because I have seen people who have been plugging along, doing the work, the drudge, and it feels like a drudge to them all the time, because it's hard today to get attention in the social media space. But then I've seen those same people, just really flourish with a very simple strategy, really embracing not just video, but smaller pops of content that is snackable. And that's what people are consuming today. So as you're coming in, just give me a shout out. Where in the world are you? My name is Kim Garst, for those of you who've maybe never been on one of my shows before. I am an online business strategist. I've been in the space for over 30 years now. I've owned multiple successful businesses in that time frame. And I'm usually on the leaning edge of the new thing. Like, when live video came out 7 or 8 years back, like I was all into that. I was like, taking the charge. But when the whole trend was short video content, like TikTok and Reels and the shorter content, I just really didn't have a lot of energy for it. But I'm getting ready to change that dynamic, and I want to invite you to join me, and I want to tell you why it's so important and why we need to wake up and pay attention to this trend. So, first of all, let's talk about like stats when it comes to just video. Like, let's not even talk about the short form yet, because I want to set the stage for why video is now. And then why we need to lean into it. If we aren't embracing video, maybe video seems too hard for you. Long form video, like doing YouTube and all this stuff that just seems overwhelming. Even maybe live video is too much. You haven't embraced that because you just don't feel like that's something you can do. But video is super powerful, y'all. 85% of all internet users in the US watch online video content every month on their device. Now think about that for a second. Okay, so 85% of all Americans are watching. Now that's just Americans, which I would assume that the trend follows in other countries. As long as their internet access, most of their population has internet access. People are consuming content via video. That's a fact. That's not, maybe that's true. No, it's a fact. And the stats bear it out. And then 54% of consumers want to see more video content. They're voting. Their hands are up. Well, they're voting with their thumbs too. Like, they're paying attention to content. They're stopping on content that's video related. And so they're consuming content that's video related. And they're saying they want more of it, essentially. So, hello, again, it goes back to, are we creating video content for, not just for our community that we've already attracted, but to attract new people to our businesses? And feel free to invite people, tag them if you think they need to hear about this specifically, live video across the board. And let's talk about why this is so important. 88% of business owners using video in their marketing say that they're satisfied with their ROI. So of the businesses that are currently using video in their business, 88% of them say they're getting an ROI. So they're going to continue doing it, right? I mean, it just makes sense. Like if you spend $1 to get 10, you're going to keep doing that, right? It's the same with video. They're creating video content, and that video content is producing results for them. So they're going to continue to do it. It makes total sense, right? And then 8 out of 10 have purchased after watching a brand's video. Again, if you're struggling to make sales, think about that. 8 out of 10 people have made a buying decision after consuming video content. Maybe it's about the product or the service that you offer, but they feel more comfortable purchasing from us when we have a video, maybe to explain something or to share something. Or one of the reasons I'm so hooked, if you will, on live video is it's a way for people to get a sense for who you are very quickly, and therefore they can decide whether or not, they're in or they're out, right? And then another quick stat for you is this is stunning too. It's by 2022, which is just like a few months away, 82% of global internet traffic will be from video streaming and downloads. Now, it's kind of funny because probably 3 years back, Mark Zuckerberg said basically that same thing. He said that in the near future, I think it was like within 5 years at the time he said it, that all social media content would be video focused. And it is certainly coming true for sure. People are consuming video content at, astronomical rates. But this is the other thing that I think we need to understand, and you can probably see it in your own families. And I'm not saying this is amazing. This dynamic is not amazing, but most families don't, gather and, watch TV anymore, unfortunately. If they do, they're probably watching TV maybe in the same room, but they're maybe on multiple devices at the same time. This is more about what our world looks like today, unfortunately, where, families are gathering and, they're all on devices and they're all consuming content separately instead of together. And a lot of that content is short snippets of content, whether it's on TikTok or Reels or stories are super powerful right now. And so from the perspective of understanding how this is shifting for us as marketers and business owners, we need to understand that we've got to wake up and potentially, if we're not embracing video, why? Why is that? Is it because it's too hard? The tech is overwhelming? What is the holdup for us? And that's why I think short form videos are the answer for literally all of us, because there's really no reason that any business owner that is wanting to attract more people to them, to create more sales in their business, can't do 15 to 30 second to a minute videos. There's just no excuses anymore, because all you need is your phone. That's all it is. And most people have phones. You don't need fancy dancy smancy equipment or lights or any of that. You really just have to really embrace the fact that 40% of Americans are spending more than 1 hour per week watching short form video clips on social media. Okay, so there is a shift happening here in the U.S. in particular, that is showcasing that people are consuming that short form content, potentially even more than, the traditional model of content, video content. And then I think a lot of people are like, okay, well, you're talking about TikTok, you're talking about, that's just kids over there. My person's not there. But this is an interesting stat, and I want to prove you wrong. If you believe that to be true, I want you to really lean in and understand that this is not true. One, and online video consumption is increasing across all age groups, with the largest increases seen in people over 46 years of age. So, if your demographic is a little bit older, then they're absolutely consuming content, and that demographic is growing very rapidly. So focusing in on, where do you share that content? Right now, obviously TikTok is huge, and that's a 1 minute video opportunity, up to 1 minute video opportunity. And then you've got Instagram Reels, which are 15 to 30 seconds. But I want to paint a bigger picture here. You could definitely create content for those individual platforms if you wanted, but this is where the magic really happens when it comes to this short form content. One, we know people are consuming it, so it's just a matter of getting ourselves into that mix. And then the next piece of it is understanding that content that's created can be used in other ways. So, like I was sharing before, Facebook, all the socials. Facebook has stories. Instagram has stories. Obviously, Snapchat is a snippet of content. LinkedIn has stories now. Twitter has fleets, which is just another word for stories. I don't know why they didn't go with stories too. I guess they wanted to be unique and different. But all the platforms have a place for short form content. Recently, YouTube rolled out YouTube Shorts. Now, this is really interesting. So think about this, and this is why I'm so excited about this concept. YouTube has traditionally been a video platform. Not traditionally. It has been. That's all it is. It is. But let me restate that. It has traditionally been a landscape video content platform, meaning you create, just like you're seeing on your screen right now, which is landscape versus vertical. But YouTube Shorts is vertical video on YouTube. Like what? What is happening? Why? It is because they're trying to get some of that market share back from TikTok and Reels. I mean, why did Instagram start Reels? To go after some of the audience that is using TikTok. So again, it is it's not just, I would even say, even though I've said it's the future, for us as marketers, we need to step into that future, I think. But it is here too. I mean, it is a lot of people that are really leveraging the power of these platforms are seeing amazing results. So from the context of how do we learn and how do we do this ourselves? How do we step into this opportunity? So when I was really saying to myself, okay, I know this is true. I've seen it happening. I just haven't had the emotional energy to deal with it. My dad is in his final days of life, essentially. We've been dealing with that. And so my energy has been so off. And I'm like, okay, I know this is the future. I know I need to step into it. So I'm going to publicly make this declaration now that I am going to start creating short form video content. Primarily, probably on Instagram for me personally, but I'll probably repurpose that content for TikTok potentially. Definitely using it for stories on all the socials like Facebook, Instagram. Pinterest also has stories as well. So I'm definitely going to be leveraging that content on all the platforms, as long as the content that I create, which I can't imagine that it wouldn't be, fits with that particular platform. So that's my intention. And I want to invite you to come with me. Now, when I was deciding to do this, I was like, okay, who in my sphere of influence do I know is doing this and is doing it well and is teaching it? So I kind of have this model of, for myself, it's like, learn, invest in the learning. When I say invest, sometimes that's investing in financially investing in learning something. Sometimes it's investing time, to learn. So I'm in learn mode right now. And I invite you to come along with me and learn with me. If you want to do this, I found somebody that is doing this well and is now going to be teaching it. And he's doing it for free. So free is always good, right? So my friend Ray Higdon, I had him on my show on Monday, he just released the first training video today. So the training video is all about how to get your first 1,000 followers using short form videos. And that could be, 1,000 new followers, or it could be well, obviously they'd be new followers, but if you're just getting started, it could be the basis of your new of a community. But it could also be the next 1,000 followers, using short form content for you guys, short form video content. So if you're interested in joining me on this journey, go to kimgarst.com/1 minute video influencer. And like I say, all you have to do is trade your email address for 4 free videos. It's going to be a series of 4 videos. Ray has been doing these short snippets of content now, video content, for months. He has a huge history of video content. He's been creating a video a day since 2009. So like, he knows his stuff. So like I say, when I'm trying to learn something, I find somebody who's done it and is teaching it. And Ray is my a longtime friend, and I'm excited to be learning from him. And if you'd like to learn from him too, join me on this journey, and really start to embrace the short form video. I think we're at a place where, like, it's not just the trend, but I think it's the future. I think it's the future of how people are going to consume content. And if you think about it in the frame of like where we are today, I say this quite frequently. My friend Gary Vaynerchuk used to say, and he probably still does, that we're day traders of attention. So we're trying to grab attention when we're in the social media space to us, our products, our business, whatever it is that we're ultimately trying to sell. In some cases, it's us, because that's one of the things that attracts people to us, right? Our personality, the way we show up, and that kind of thing. But we also have products and services that have a dollar figure attached to them. And, we're trying to attract people that are willing to, wants our products or services and is willing to pay for them. So, showing up in that space today, or in, trying to be competitive in the social media space, is hard, because there's a lot of people out there, doing exactly the same thing. And like I saw another stat that I want to quote real quick. Even as popular as TikTok is, 1 out of 10 marketers is using TikTok. Now think about that for a second. That means that there's a lot of room. Now, Reels is fairly new. Reels I would say, is even less than 1 out of 10 marketers are using Reels. So there's such a huge opportunity right now to get on the forefront of this, trend or the future of what's happening in the space. We're not too late, for sure. And like I say, I'm just leaning in, going into learn mode myself. Come on, join me. Let's do this together. We're going to have a ton of fun. I'm actually going to be doing a skit with Ray, here soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I think we're going to shoot it on Friday. So that's just tomorrow. So yep, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a ton of fun. But definitely go check it out. kimgarst.com/1 minute video influencer. And we will move forward together. All right. You guys take care of yourselves. Stay